You're listening to The Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
Are we live? And we're live.
Yeah, you're live.
Oh, I'm not used to this.
Thanks for the heads up, Dave.
I told you to get in there.
I know, sorry. Hey, guys, it's so weird being here at 8 o'clock.
And the sun's still out.
What did we just hear? We heard Exotic Animal Petting Zoo, the song Through the Thicket. That was Anchor the Ocean's pick.
Nice.
Thanks for showing up such short notice.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. You guys have headphones? Oh, we got an extra headphone.
Okay.
Well, all right then.
We have
Let's get the show on the
people
road.
here.
Yeah.
Let's introduce ourselves. Right now we're in the studio with Anchor the Ocean.
You introduced them once and you have to look at paper for the second time. You're so weird.
Sorry.
Continue.
So, who do we have here and who's missing?
I'm Mike. I play drums in Anchor the Ocean.
And I'm the other Mike, and I am the lead singer. And we have two other members that couldn't be with us due to work. Brian, our guitarist, and Ray, our other guitarist. They send their best regards.
You guys not have a bassist?
No.
Nope.
Are you looking for a bassist?
We
Yes.
We are. You hear that?
Looking
Nice.
for
Everyone-
a bassist.
You're looking for a bassist.
Well, hopefully after everybody hears your EP that you brought with you, they'd be like, hey, I want to play bass for that band.
That would be exciting.
If you have a bass amp, I'll fill in because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we
anything
have
else
Fill
to
in
do.
with what? Just the amp sitting there?
No, I have a
You
bass.
can't play bass.
I have a bass.
Dave, you know how to play bass?
Well, why didn't you tell us this when we were just like, hey, Dave, we're looking for a bass player?
because I know like very little how to like play bass. I know how
Well,
to
then
keep
you
rhythm.
don't play
So,
bass.
I know how to keep
If
rhythm.
you
Isn't that
guys
enough?
need a terrible bassist, Dave's your man.
Or someone just to stand there with a bass.
Well,
and look like
isn't
a
isn't a
goof
bassist's
card.
job just like to keep rhythm?
Kinda. I mean,
I'm like, it's not
might
a
be
funk band, so.
The
No.
normal bassist. If you want to be the awesome bassist, you need to do more than
Oh,
just
like
stand there.
actually play bass chords?
I mean, as long as you just move around a lot, I think you'll be okay.
Oh, then I'm fine then.
And just play open E.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Just chug.
I don't think this job's for you, Dave.
Oh,
Just turn
No
him down
bass
real low.
position. I'm sorry, but you
Dave,
can
we'll
be,
keep trying.
You could be a mascot for this band of an anchor or a
That
sea
would-
captain.
Dave, we'll get you in a band that
a
wants
sailor
nothing out of their
a
bassist
sailor
except
outfit. They
for
want a
body.
sailor outfit, Dave. Do you have
Yeah.
a sexy sailor outfit?
I'm sure you do, but I don't.
What?
Uh,
No.
I'm sure if she does, she'll give it to you, and you can wear it.
I was gonna say, if she has it, I'm sure you've
Oh,
seen
Dave, I'm picturing
All
you
right,
wearing a
we're
sexy.
done with this conversation.
sexy
Hey,
outfit.
Anchor the Ocean's here, guys. And Mike, vocalist, you said I could call you whatever you want. How about Mike and Ike? Can we go by that tonight? Mike and Ike?
Who's the Ike?
You're Ike, obviously.
I'm Mike? Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
Mike and Ike is here. I thought that was funny.
That's
Luke
terrible.
apparently doesn't.
That wasn't good.
It's halfway witty.
I thought it was awesome.
Stand in the corner.
Okay. Anyways, so you guys are from Indiana, correct?
Yeah,
Best friends
correct.
of Tomorrow has arrived.
Yes, very close friends.
Shout out
Good
to
dudes.
Pirate for finding these
Yeah,
guys
thank
for
you,
us.
Pirate, for
Woo!
getting us hooked up.
Woo! So tell us a little bit about your band and how you formed and all that awesome storytelling stuff.
Well, I'll let him do the history.
Yeah, me and Brian Vargas started in the end of 2009 and found Ray Stoll around like the summer of 2010. And then we've been just jamming instrumentally, and I would say about like
It's
9
going to be a
months
year
or-
ago. It's going to be a year on the 16th, our next show. It's going to be the year reunion of when I joined. So, yeah, they
Anything
just found
special
me
planned?
for the reunion. Well, I mean, I'll be doing backflips on the stage and stuff.
That's awesome.
So-
Nice.
That's about all I have
backwards
right now.
flips.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be a really cool show anyway. I mean, we are playing with Tomorrow Has Arrived. They're going to be headlining it, but it's just going to be a cool thing to, I'm going to blow it out definitely and go harder than I have just as a one-year kind of reunion thing and just show appreciation for everything that's happened in the past year.
Didn't Pirate actually text you on the way here saying text Morgan saying, hey, if they forget, they're
Their
playing
show?
the 16th with us, just so you remind them.
At JJ Kelly's,
Yeah, JJ Kelly's in Lansing on Torrance Avenue, right off the highway, June 16th.
Lansing,
Lansing,
Illinois,
yeah.
Michigan. Okay, just making sure we
Yeah.
were still in state here.
No.
And do you know any details about the show? How much it is? What time it starts?
I believe it's a $5 cover, and it's 21 and up. And the show starts around 9 p.m.
Awesome. Well, thank you for those
Yes.
details.
That's all I know.
So what about the name Anchor the Ocean? How did that come about?
A lot of failed attempts at other band names.
So
Do you have any
yeah,
of the
tell
other
us
band
some
names?
of
Do you
the most
remember any of them?
embarrassing ones you
The
thought
first
of.
one we ever had when it was just me and Brian Vargas was Strangers in the Mirror.
That's kind of cool. I like
Terrible.
I don't know.
it. Okay, it could be a possible song title.
And then we went with Fear and Loathing. And then we obviously cut that out because you could never find
Obvious
the
reasons.
band Fear and Loathing. If you ever looked it up, you just find like millions of videos of the movie.
True.
Any terrible names?
We never really stuck with anything, really. We're always like really hesitant about what our band name was gonna be. And then me and Brian Vargas came up with the name Anchor in the Ocean. And I don't know, we sort of toyed around with that, and then we just took out the in. So it's like Anchor the Ocean. It's sort of like, I don't know, it's like a bigger meaning, sort of. It's like,
Just backwards.
I don't know.
Well, you can explain it, because I'm still confused.
Anchor the Ocean is sort of like, I don't know, like controlling yourself. Like, say you're the ocean, like anchoring it is like controlling it, like sort of like controlling your own world.
And it makes sense now.
I don't know. It's really it's up for open interpretation, really.
Make of it what you want.
That was like my interpretation. I'm
I
sure
like
we all
it.
have different ones.
I likes it.
So hold on, I need to get it out of the box.
That's what she said. Morgan, what are you getting out of the box?
So you guys have this new EP that just came out when? When did you release this?
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, about a month ago.
We never had like an actual release date. It just kind of came out and we just started selling them.
So it's called.
Elemental.
I was gonna say, I was spelling it out. It's broken up into 3 parts. I'm fucking retarded. I'm like, what does that mental? What?
Men.
Okay.
It's
elemental. What? Now I sound stupid. What does elemental mean?
That was kind of a thing that I came up with. We were, knocking around some ideas for what we were going to title it. We were going to name it after one of the songs on there. We were going to call it the Moth EP originally, but then we realized there was other bands out there that had, used that name, and there was a band that had a CD called Moth. So going back and looking through, trying to get a vibe for everything, I just kind of went through and really analyzed the lyrics that I had written, and noticed a lot of elemental influence. There's a lot of reference to water, fire, air, and everything. So I just kind of came up with the name. Originally it was Elements, and I was trying to come up with a cooler way to say it, something that sounded more unique. So I came up with Elemental, gave it to the guys, and everyone seemed to dig it right away. So that's how we came up with that.
And you said you guys are selling these?
Yes.
How much are you selling these for?
They are for sale for $5.
And then where can people find these at?
At shows or in our local area, we will gladly meet up with people to sell them. Unfortunately, we don't have anything up on iTunes or anything like that right now. We're planning on doing an actual re-release of the album in a couple months, and we're going to do a deluxe edition re-release, and that will be actually online.
What would be deluxe about it?
We got a couple people that wanted to kind of mess with them. We got some friends that do hip hop and stuff like that. So
Mix it, remix
one of
some
our
stuff?
friends is gonna do
That's
a
cool.
a dubstep kind of remix of one of the songs, and then we started messing around with some acoustics. So there's probably gonna be 2 or 3 acoustic versions of the songs added onto the original CD. And then just little bits and pieces here and there. We're going to kind of remix it ourselves and do more of the post-production so we can kind of make it more how we wanted it rather than how the studio did it.
So then you guys will be selling 2 different versions of it, I guess?
Yeah, once the other version comes out, the version that's out now will become free. Those will be promotional items. We'll just be giving those away. But then, the deluxe edition will take over as the purchase item.
Nice.
When do you think that will be ready?
If I had to put a date on it or a general idea, I would
No
say
idea.
14
I would
years.
say
Probably
probably
the end of the year.
yeah, probably fall.
That's not
September,
so far away.
October.
So you guys recorded this at Hey Charlie Studios. Where is that?
It's
Because nobody's mentioned that yet. So
Oh. Yeah, Hey Charlie Studios. It's a house studio in Crown Point. It's a band that I used to work with. They were called Farewell to February back in the day, and then they broke up. The current members are in this band, Oceans Over Airplanes. But it's a friend of mine that I used to tour with, do like stage teching and stuff like that for. So, we got a good deal on it, and it was easy to work with them. I've always worked with them. So we went in there and did it. It was over there. It was pretty cool.
How long did it take you to record this?
The first song, we did the first track separately. Shortly after I had joined the band, we did some work, and we went in and recorded the first track off the CD Blind Spot individually, just so we had something like professional to put up on Facebook. And then we went back. When did we go in? I think it was like January-ish.
Yeah, the end of January.
End of January, we went in and actually did the other 4 tracks, and we were in there just on the weekends. It was just a Saturday, Sunday thing for like 3 or 4 consecutive weeks. So, I mean, it was only like 5-6 days total.
Now with the album, is there?
Who did this artwork?
Oh,
'Cause this
never
looks
mind.
pretty awesome. Oh, I like the parental advisory on there also.
Yeah.
Who did the artwork for this? Who came up with it? It looks really awesome.
We actually all made it.
Yeah, Mike came up with the original idea, and we kind of, sat down and kept
Just
knocking ideas
collaborated.
back
For
and
those that
forth.
can't see it, Luca, what is it?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well,
It looks like it's in front of a very small tiled wall.
That's the best way to describe it, I guess.
Where did you find this small tiled wall?
It's actually a picture of a mandala, and a mandala is just a geometric pattern. And
And then from farther away, it looks like something.
well, like,
Photoshop effects.
Ah,
like
damn
that-
it! I thought it was so
this is a
good.
mandala.
Okay,
show me.
that's
show
his
me.
tattoo on his arm,
Oh,
and that's what you were referring to.
No,
for
no, no.
the-
There's like lots of different mandalas. It's just that's
What's a mandala? Is that a person or is that just?
no.
a
It's just like
mandala
the
is
shape.
like a geometric symbol that means something.
Like spirograph kind of stuff.
yeah.
But this isn't a spiral graph.
Well,
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
It was
stylized.
photoshopped to like with the tile effect in Photoshop.
It's okay. He doesn't get it, so we'll move on.
Computer.
From that
It's technology.
question.
It's 2012.
It's technologies. I like the bloody black handprint on there or whatever.
Yeah,
that would-
it was. We were searching through the internet, and I wanted to put the parental advisory on there just because I wanted it. There's only one song that has anything like that, but we thought that was cool. It was like zombie, and there was blood splatters
That is
everywhere.
pretty cool.
We kind of doled it down.
So
little
which
bit.
song has the stuff like that?
that is Drowning Above Water.
No,
And that has
Yeah.
some
Oh, yeah,
swear
it is.
words in it?
just one.
One swear word, so you
Just
better
one.
put parental.
Yeah,
We gotta
Just
warn
to be
everybody.
safe.
just it was the first.
You didn't wanna wait
Watch out, this
until-
is brutals!
You
Yeah.
don't want to wait till album 2 where you
Yeah,
get angrier
just-
and just want to be like, okay, I just want to say fuck every other word.
Oh yeah, album number 2. All the other songs that we haven't even recorded yet. Those are there's going to need to be a bigger parental advisory. It gets pretty.
So
ignorant.
you're already writing album 2?
Yes, we are already on album number 2. We're in pre-production right
Wow, you guys release CDs fast. I like it.
now. Yes, we're trying to just keep
Always
up.
making new music. Go anchor the ocean.
Gotta stay ahead.
So how many songs? You put 5 on here, but how many you guys have all together?
I
Like,
want to.
counting the EP.
How many songs do you have all together? I guess everything that you have all together.
I want to say we did a count. There was like 12 or 13 songs we have.
That's
about
not bad.
13 songs that are completed.
Completed,
and
yeah.
Like probably
Another
5
10.
or 6 more songs that are more than halfway done, and about
There's like 4 new ones that we're just starting to.
And then we have like
work on.
millions of different ideas that are just waiting to be connected with other ideas.
We've got a big dry erase board, probably like half the size of this one.
just written with like the
Just
dumbest shit you'll ever read in your
all the
entire
riffs
life.
and all just kinds of bits and pieces just scattered everywhere.
So how many songs do you usually play live then?
That was my next question.
Oh wow!
Oh,
See?
Crazy.
look
Keep
at you
drinking.
go.
I
That
don't
was my
have
next
to-
answer.
Like a 7 or 8
Yeah.
typically on a normal show, depending, like some venues or like stages and stuff that we play, they'll be like, you only can do like 5 songs, so we'll cut it down. But typically, we'll throw out about 7 or 8 songs, depending on what it is. And if we have more time, we'll throw in a couple extras like incomplete songs and just do something instrumental, kind of give people something new and see if they
Sort of like test the waters with
right,
it.
see what kind of reaction we get off of them.
I like that. I've been in bands where it's like, all right, they want us to play one more. We got this new song. It's unfinished. And I'll just make up lyrics. And they're like, no, we're not going to do it. I'm like, come on, you big sandy vaginas. Let's do this. And they're like, no, we're done. I'm like, fuck you guys then.
Yeah. No,
That's
we
pretty
don't
awesome.
play around like that. We just like to have fun with it. I mean, it's not we take our shit very seriously, but at the same time we just want to have fun, try to interact as much as we can and just, show people a good time.
And show people your backflipping abilities.
Yeah.
Have you done a backflip on stage?
I've done it Twice.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
has.
hurt
Twice
yourself?
He did one time.
Oh
Actually.
God.
Well, that wasn't from the backflip, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
no, that was from tripping over a monitor. I still have a scar from it.
Oh God.
But no, yeah, I
That was
backflipped
right after the
twice.
backflip,
It was
though.
pretty intense. I
Wait,
learned
was
how
it
to-
one double backflip?
No,
or was it
it
two separate single?
It was two separate
backflips?
occasions. All right, I don't want to build myself up too much. I mean, I probably could if I tried.
Motherfuckers doing double backflips over here.
But
Nice.
yeah, I mean, I just had the idea. We were debuting a new song for a Halloween show that we played last year, and I was like, you know what? It was like a week before, and I was like, we need something new song. And there was this perfect part in the song where I was like, it would be so cool, like if I did a backflip and landed right as like the song kicked back in. So I learned how to backflip in like 3 days. And
You just taught yourself how to backflip?
yeah,
Was it
YouTube?
YouTube? I was gonna
yes.
say tutorials on YouTube.
Nice.
It's
Just
the
go
thing
on
for
YouTube,
everything.
and they're like, yeah, just jump up and kick your legs. And
People
hope-
listening are going to be like, I'm going to try that now and end up killing themselves.
Metal
Just be
Experience
careful.
does
Do it-
not
That's
condone
why we have
doing
that
backflips
parental
The
on
metal-
your own.
The Metal Experience definitely condones
We're
doing
not
backflips.
responsible for injuries, folks. This was not our
We're not
ideas.
responsible
No.
for them, but we definitely condone them and we encourage them.
All I will
often.
say
Oh my
is
God.
practice on your bed first, and don't do it off of a wobbly table. That was a drunken mistake I made, and I shattered a rib.
Jeez,
Oh.
guy.
Yeah, it was a bad night. But just do it on the bed first. Get comfortable there.
On
okay?
the how big of a bed? You're going to blow up that bed.
Or
Oh, I
trampoline.
have a
Backflips?
huge ass
Trampoline.
bed. I have a big bed.
Trampoline?
Yeah, you could try. I mean, trampoline's kind of cheating, though. I mean, anyone could. I could backflip for years on a trampoline. I came
Can
out of
you
the womb.
double
I came out of the
backflip?
womb backflipping.
So let's hear the first two songs off of this EP.
What do we
Yeah.
got? Blind Spot and I Am the Moth Whisperer.
Yes, and it's perfect. They actually transitioned into each other, which is really cool.
Perfect. So
Anchor the Ocean, Blind Spot, and then I Am the Moth Whisperer. And we'll come back and go over those songs.
Boom.
You've
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we're back. This is
We are back.
This is so weird being on this early. The sun's not done completely. It's still light out. But anyway, we just heard Blind Spot and I Am the Moth Whisperer from the band Anchor the Ocean, which sounded awesome. Very nicely recorded. I'm impressed. And what are these songs actually about? Ike?
Oh my. So, you know what? I don't even know. I mean, I honestly, I sit and go back through the lyrics. Blind Spot, I didn't really write. That there was lyrics written for Blind Spot, and I just kind of came in and altered them, and just kind of added my own flavor to it a little bit. So that would be, that was originally written by the other three members of the band, and I just kind of came in and, manipulated it to how I saw it should go. I mean, I really don't. I don't know if you guys had a feeling when you were writing that, or.
I would say it's sort of like the key phrase, like blind spot, is sort of like a background message of sort of like out of sight, out of mind. Like if it's not there, you can't really be affected by it. If like you don't see, like what mama doesn't know doesn't hurt her.
Oh, mama.
And then I Am the Moth Whisperer. The title has nothing to do with it. That was just a drunken thing.
I actually like that title. I was really hoping it meant something.
Well,
Damn you.
It was a drunken thing. We were in the garage, me and my buddy Josh.
You were whispering to Moth, "Hey, Moth, come here."
No, well, we were
shit,
sitting in a
Moth.
garage. We were sitting in a garage getting drunk, and this moth kept coming by me, and I was like, "What the fuck is this moth's problem? Like, it would not leave me alone."
It's
And
like that scene in Lord of the Rings where you're like, "Go away, go away."
just kept
I don't
coming
remember.
back.
I don't know what you're talking
And
about.
he's on top of the giant tower.
We don't need to know this.
Are you kidding?
What's the Lord of
Continue
the
with
It
your
was with
story.
Gandalf. Oh my god.
Loser.
Well, shit. Oh, so yeah, this damn moth. And then I was like, this fucking thing will not leave me alone. He's like, well, maybe you're a moth whisperer. I was like, well, I am a moth whisperer. So that's kind of where the title came from. It was just a joke thing, but I thought it was cool.
So do the lyrics talk about how
The-
you whisper to Moss?
No, the
I don't know
lyrics-
if you remember him saying it's nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Morgan doesn't pay attention. She's staring into the street off into oblivion.
So
Checking out
light
the
out.
stage.
still.
Look at that guy walking across the
That
street.
he's just thinking about stealing that car.
Yeah, he's
Hell
checking
yeah,
the
could
stage.
you
Maybe
blame
no.
him?
No, that
He
bike.
wants
Open it
the
down.
yellow
Look at that
bike.
bike.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, man.
The
I
yellow
could,
bike. He's like, I see those in China all the time. I'm going to.
I could
steal
deliver
it.
so much shit on this yellow
Oh, yeah.
bike. Thank
Delivery
you, Asian
service.
man. What is that guy's name? We actually found out his name from one of the bands.
Oh, I forgot what they called him. It wasn't his name. It was
Oh.
just
Didn't they call him Mr. Yang or something?
Mr.
Mr.
Yang.
Yang. Okay,
It was
acidic-
Audacity.
It was
The band
oh my
Audacity
God,
came in
They
and
were
they
insane. They're
introduced
just like, oh,
this-
Mr. Yang just gave me a whole thing of bourbon. I'm like,
Yeah.
or a cigar for. I was like, what are you guys doing? Crazy.
That
guys.
band's crazy.
Oh.
loves them.
But continue, Moth Whisperer.
Anyway, Moth Whisperer meaning.
Yeah.
Moth
ADD
Whisperer,
moment.
I guess the best explanation for it, if I would just say watch Page Master.
I love the Page Master.
it's-
Used
it's
to give me
kinda-
nightmares, but it's awesome now.
It's
Okay.
kind of like when I was writing it was like this weird like feeling of like this person is like trapped in this book, and it's I don't know, it's kind of like a love song kind of thing, but not really because it's just I don't even know, but it's like the guy's trapped in a book. And needs to be released from the book, and the only way, like the whole history of them and their ending's been unwritten, and he's just asking the girl or whatever to release them and write the ending and just all kinds of weird shit. I don't know. I mean, that's the best explanation that I found for it in my head. When I wrote it, I write stuff and then I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking when I wrote that? And then I don't even know. So it's just like I find new meanings all the time for it, but that's like the most solid one that I've got.
Man, I was so high on bath salt.
Just kind of go into like a whole like trance world where I'll just write a song and then I'll look at it later and I'm just like, what the fuck? What does
That's
this even
awesome.
mean?
So for album 2, are you going to end up recording back at the place, say Charlie Studios that you were going?
It's pending. It really depends largely on where we are as far as funding, and as far as possibly label. Hopefully the grand scheme of things we would like to hopefully get picked up soon on some sort of label that would then fund us to go to like a out of state studio or something like that. But if if it comes down to it, we're still privately funded and all that. We'll most likely end up going back to the same studio.
So you guys are saying you are taking donations.
Yes,
yeah,
we are.
taking donations.
And where can people give you their donations? If they see you in the street, hey, Mike,
just
here's $5.
and that's fine. And then I'll give you a hug in return.
Maybe a CD.
Maybe
Maybe.
a CD.
That's pushing it, though.
yeah, probably a CD. We've just been giving them away.
Is there a label that you feel would fit your sound, or
I
somebody
mean,
that you'd like to work with?
ultimately, I would love to be on Fearless. That is like, if I was on Fearless Records, I would just shit myself. Just all the bands on that label are just fantastic, and the label does a lot for their bands. I've watched a lot of bands that I followed, like Small Time, that got signed to Fearless, and like within their first year on that label, like that band or that label just promotes the hell out of them.
For our listeners, can you give some examples of them?
Like Bless the Fall.
Bless the
If
Fall's
anyone knows Bless
awesome.
the Fall, I was following them since they were Small Time. Had like 1,000 likes on Facebook when they were just coming out of Arizona, when Craig Mabbitt was still in the band before Escape the Fate and all that bullshit. And just watching them grow from 1,000 likes to where they're at now. I mean, I think they're close to 1 million. And just
They're
and that's
awesome.
within 2 years on Fearless. That label is just the ultimate, I think, when it comes to promoting and establishing a name. So if I had to pick a label that would sign us, I would say Fearless. That would be just unbelievable. But we're
You hear that, Fearless Records?
yeah. If you're listening, please.
Have you sent
please
them a
hit us up.
demo?
No, not yet. We're, they're one of the bigger ones, so we're in the process of getting like the press kit ready and everything to send out to the bigger labels. The smaller labels, they're like, oh, just put a link to your Facebook page or somewhere where we can hear it, and then they'll go from there. But bigger stuff like that, we have to put together a press kit and pictures and merch and CDs and just all kinds of bullshit.
Now, doing full-time being a signed band, are you guys willing to take that step? I mean, that's pretty much, isn't that pretty much like leaving your jobs and then your new job is music?
Definitely. That's like the one thing I've wanted to do for like the past 10 years. Like, fuck working.
10
How-
10
yes.
years? How old are you?
I am 21.
Since he was 11, mofos.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would definitely. I mean, I know, Mike agrees with me, and I agree, and I know our guitarist Ray. I mean, he's ready. He hates, he works at UPS, and every day he wakes up, he's like, I just don't want to do this shit anymore.
Don't fire him, UPS.
Yeah,
He needs
please
his
don't
job
fire
for
us.
the moment.
Yeah, we need the money.
No. Continue.
But I think we definitely. It's definitely the ultimate scheme of things. We just want to be able to quit jobs. I mean, I've set myself up to a position where, I kind of work when I need to, just so I'm able to focus on the music. And that way, if it does pop off and something happens, that way I can just drop and go on tour and not have to worry about shit anymore. But we want to become a touring band full time. On the road 7 or 8 months out of the year would just be amazing.
12 or 13 months out of the year.
Maybe 14.
So,
For people that don't know, I know people. One of those people are me. I'm very confused as to what you put into it and how you ship it. Press kits. What goes into putting together a press kit? Who do you send it to?
look on YouTube, Morgan.
Come on.
There's a
Yeah,
video.
we have listeners that might wanna know
honestly,
this.
Google it for me because I still don't really know. What I know that's
Well,
involved.
glad somebody else doesn't either.
I mean, I know it involves, you have to have your CD, your artwork, a physical copy of the CD to send to them, and then there's like an About Me kind of page. It's basically just supposed to be this like flashed out
I
like.
like
Is it
long walks
Facebook
on
in
the
a
beach.
box?
It's
Basically.
pretty much just trying to prove to a record label that you can sell your merchandise.
Yeah, that you can suffice on your own. They want to see that you have the time and energy and the creativity to be able to support yourself before they will support you. They want to make sure that you can crawl before they send you out walking, basically.
Boom.
There's
I
a
like
lot
that.
of bands.
Metaphor.
and-
I like that. That was good.
Well, I mean,
I
now
may
that you say
steal
that,
it.
there's a lot of bands that we've come across just on our pages of unsigned bands that I'm surprised haven't been approached by labels for having over 10,000 likes. Like,
I would definitely say that most of the best bands are unsigned.
oh, I totally agree.
You know what's
We've
funny?
definitely found
is-
out that by
is
doing the show.
Since I've been doing this show for the last, how long? 7, 8 months?
9.
9. Woo! Time flies when you're having an orgasm all the time. But I seriously, my iPod is filled up with a lot of local bands. I barely listen to signed bands anymore. It's all local bands because
That's good.
seriously, the local bands are so fucking good.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, why aren't these guys signed? Pretty much every single pick of the week band I have is on my iPad because they're all amazing. It's so good. It makes my ears feel happies. So, Dave, I think it's time for some Dave time.
Let's take a break for a second and sleep.
Speak to the drug dealers the house, please.
Let's hear it from the soundboard.
Cookies? Dave, what do you have for us this week? And it better not suck.
Better be cookies.
Okay, who likes Bad Religion?
Me.
Nah, kind of.
There,
yeah.
there were
New
okay.
CD, new CD, new
Yep,
CD.
yep.
Yes!
Aren't those guys like 7 years old?
Who cares?
No, they're in their
Who
40s
cares?
and 50s. They're fucking awesome.
They've
Shut
been
up.
around for 30
60s
years.
and 70s.
I need to hear this. It's been like 3 years since.
It's
the
like my
last
mom,
album.
my dad up on stage.
Oh God.
Hey, Dad, what are you doing up there?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Fucking do the dishes, guy.
Anyway, and then Social Distortion's announcing a new tour.
You didn't tell me when Bad Religion's new CD.
They
Social
said they
Distortion
announced they're
sucks.
working on it. They haven't
Okay.
announced a
Can-
date
All right,
yet.
can I be honest with you?
What?
Why do people like Social Distortion? I
They're
really
fucking awesome.
they're
think
good.
they're terrible.
They're really good.
I really hate them.
I like them.
You guys, any thoughts? You guys know who Social Distortion is?
I don't even think I've ever listened to him.
I personally
Oh.
think
Am
they
I missing
suck,
anything?
and I don't know why so many
They're
people
good.
like them.
Isn't it October 11th at the Vic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on
Fucking
my
weirdo!
shit.
Weirdo!
I want to go. I think they're awesome.
Creeper! All right,
Yeah.
Dave, continue with something better.
Who likes Miss May I?
Me.
Morgan
Yeah,
does.
There we go.
They're fucking awesome.
New video released for Hey Mister.
Because their
Hey,
new
mister.
their new CD is coming
You
out.
forgot
this
your
month.
dildo.
Wait. The new CD gets released June 26th.
Yeah, I believe so.
What a weirdo! You're such a creeper. Jeez, Morgan, you
I
need
just
a
know my
you need
shit.
a real
I do a
job.
radio show.
You need a real job. She knows
I
fucking release dates
sit
and all this shit.
in front of my computer all day
She
long
does,
and
people.
look up shit. Not
Man.
kidding.
Okay, strange news. I don't know why they did this, but the Casualties signed to Season of Mist Records, and
Why
they
did
plan
they
to do an
switch
album.
labels?
Here's a
Those
statement.
guys aren't
Shut
dead
up,
yet.
Luco. They're
we are,
awesome.
we are joining the dark forces of Season of Mist. We are more than honored to bring our blend of hardcore street thrash punk to keep the battle of heavy music alive. We have a new album ready, and we'll see you all on the
Yes!
road.
Wait, did you say the Casualties?
Yeah,
Aren't
Casualties
they
are
like
awesome.
a scum punk band? What do you mean? Talking about
Scum
heavy,
punk.
heavy.
they're a
Are you kidding?
they're like a thrash
heavy.
punk
They're
band.
like,
What?
Dave, pull
Really?
up some Casualties and play
I thought they were a
Casualties.
scum punk band. That's why I was like,
Play a clip of the Casualties
Fuck you.
right now. Make sure it's a good song so you leave a good impression on it so you would stop.
Dave,
being
you don't
a
have to
dick.
do this. I'll.
I got it.
He's never going to look it up.
Anything
Here we
else,
go.
Dave?
Here's the Casualties.
There's a freaking ad in the video.
Dave!
Oh no!
Oh,
Get you
Oh,
good face.
oh
or something.
shucks!
shut it down.
Oh shucks,
Hold on.
Dave.
Is this?
All right, skip through this. This song is boring and
Shut his mic off.
everyone's falling.
All right, Dave. I think we should now. They're good.
That's not
They're really good.
hardcore.
That's.
They're awesome. That's what
That
it is.
reminds me of
Actually,
Bad
Dave,
Religion.
no
actually,
offense, but I think there would have probably been a better song to show him.
Well,
that
it was
would
from
have
the
been
newer
happier.
album. I'm just.
Oh,
You should just
Dave.
shown him something old and thrashy
Don't worry
and
about it.
awesome for him to be like,
we have
oh,
a
these guys
we have
are
a
actually
band
kinda
in
good.
the studio that plays actually decent music, so we can just listen to their music. and
Ha,
stuff.
ha, ha.
Hey, Dave, you were going on. You were going to say something good, right? This next one was going to be good, right?
Well, it's just like a little throwback for Morgan. Apparently, Tim Armstrong was in a hardcore band before he formed Rancid.
Sucks. Tim
Did you know-
Armstrong is
wait.
untalented and he's a fucking piece of shit.
Dave, you know what you haven't announced yet?
What's that?
Transplants working on a new
Have you ever
CD?
listened to Tim Armstrong
Boom!
talk?
The Transplants.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, he's faking English accent. I know he's kind of a
Dude,
scumbag.
Tim Armstrong talks like a fucking asshole.
No, I
really-
Anyone else? Anyone else?
I don't. Who would
Yes.
the fuck is
Tim Armstrong. He's
Tom
the
Arnold?
lead singer of Rancid,
Rancid.
Oh.
and that's why Rancid's terrible because the guy talk. Oh, I got dick in my head.
Well,
that guy sucks.
I hate him for another reason, actually.
Is it because he talks like an asshole and his
Besides,
band sucks?
besides that, one of my favorite bands, Leftover Crack, was going to call their album when they were signed to Hellcat. They were going to call the album "Shoot the Kids at School."
Oh,
He
I
thought
remember
that'd be a
this.
bad idea.
He
So
thought that wouldn't
That's
sell,
definitely
right?
not a good
That's a
idea.
great
With
That's a
that
great idea.
title name?
That's
yeah,
metal
but
as
you know
fuck.
what? That-
Because
that's-
it was too offensive.
yeah, but so they
That's
called it
so
mediocre
punk,
generica.
It's metal.
But then they did make shirts that said "shoot the kids at school."
Oh, yeah.
because my brother owns this shirt.
Your brother
I have the
is-
Fuck World Trade
he
shirt.
would.
It's awesome.
He did.
Oh my god!
And my mom was like, "What are you
Jesus.
wearing?" And he wore it
Dave.
to school.
Dave, there's wow, Dave, there's a wow. I'm not going to touch that subject, but Dave, just think about it.
What? It's an
Big
awesome
price
shirt.
for that
People
little girl,
dying,
just-
Dave.
No, have
oh
you-
jeez,
have
that's
you-
not even. That's past metal. That's just uncool.
Oh,
All right,
sure.
Dave.
What are you doing with your hands?
I'm fucking hot as fuck.
There's 2 fans in there.
I know.
he looks
One's
like he's
pointing right at
washing
me.
his hands in the wind.
It's so nice. You know, after you.
and now it's hot. And he has
Woo! My hands are
It's
so
like-
hot, Dave. Continue.
All right, one last piece of business. The Melvins are going to break a Guinness
no
World
one
Record.
cares about the Melvins.
I
But
care
what's
about the Melvins, actually.
What's
And
the-
what are they going to break?
What? You actually care about a shitty band?
Dude, the Melvins are the shit.
Oh my god.
They're an awesome band.
They're
And
terrible.
Jello was a part of them for a while.
Who?
So anyway,
Jello Biafra from the Dead Kennedys.
that guy's a douche, but
I
anyway.
hate the dead Kennedys.
Screw
they're
you then.
All right,
they're
Dave,
dead to me.
what are the Melvins doing?
They're doing 51 cities in 51 days.
Jesus.
They're going to start off in Anchorage, Alaska, and end up in Honolulu.
That's
What?
crazy.
Is that even possible?
That
Yeah,
is
they're
fucked
going
up.
from September 5th through October 25th.
I predict they're not going to break this record because somewhere along the line they are going to run into a speed bump, and it's either going to be
Oh.
they break down.
Well, fucking, I give
something
mad
happens.
props.
Something
I-
happens with customs and trying to get through an airport, and a plane
Customs,
doesn't.
everything is in America.
Well, I meant like you have to
America.
cross
America.
through. You have to cross through borders and some
Well, anyway,
border
regardless,
checks.
regardless.
What border check? It's just for Alaska, like going through Canada.
Well, regardless, the Melvins are the shit.
All right.
If you don't listen
You
to the
know
Melvins,
what?
listen to the
Some
Melvins.
people will
that's
check.
badass.
Alaska isn't a country.
Some people will
Dave,
check.
Dave,
Yep.
just when I thought you have completely fucked yourself over, you have come back and redeemed yourself with the Melvins.
Oh yeah,
So,
and
uh,
they released their new album today.
Nice. Dave, do you have anything else after the Melvins that is potentially going to ruin this whole thing?
No, that's it.
Yeah, Dave, going out on a high note. Woo, woo.
Dave, you didn't announce that the Offspring have new album artwork up.
Who cares?
Oh, whoa, I like the Offspring, but regardless.
What?
Well, the Offspring's last album sucks, so
It was okay. It had like 4 good songs on
it
it.
had
Well-
only one good song that I heard on the radio, and that was it "You're Gonna Go Far, Kid" or something like
You
that?
know what's funny about that is you heard it on the radio, Dave. When's the last time you heard any of this other shit on the radio? Eat my dick. So let's hear a couple more songs.
Screw you, Bad Religion was
By,
on the new Q101 the
Anchor
other day.
the Ocean. No, I said I like Bad Religion, guy.
Oh.
You
well.
like Bad Religion?
A little bit.
What?
I
You
can't
told
be
me
all
they
metal
suck.
all the time.
You told me they
All right, so what do we
gotta
got?
be
We
This guy
got
lies to me
There's gotta
all
be
the
a
time.
this shit
folks.
got real, son.
Bullshit.
All right, next we're gonna. You guys want to rock "Drowning Above Water"
Yeah.
and
Ooh,
"The
this
Great
should be interesting.
Dictator." And keep in mind, we are with Anchor the Ocean, not all that other garbage Dave talked about besides the Melvins.
Yeah.
Boom,
Sigh.
bitches.
Okay. Here's Anchor the Ocean.
I'm sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich, and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The airplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. Of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you and slay you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men, with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power, let us all unite, let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give you the future, and old age is security.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
Woo, go Slam.
And we're back here with Anchor the Ocean, and we just heard
Heyo.
two more of their songs.
Drowning Above Water and The Great Dictator.
Yes.
So what were those two bad boys about?
So Drowning Above Water naturally is, I mean, just tell it by the title. It's about just drowning in yourself with no water involved, clearly just on dry ground. Just getting kind of swallowed up by the world and everything that's going on, just, all the crazy shit that happens now. I mean, just look on the internet and you could understand. It's just swallowing people whole. Facebook especially. Could be the...
No, it swallows my life away.
The
easily.
proverbial water would be Facebook, I would say, just ruining everyone's life. But hey, whatever. And then Great Dictator, Great Dictator went through a change. It used to be called Kokiri Forest for any video
more time?
gamers. Kokiri Forest,
How do you spell that?
Kokiri.
All
For
right,
any of
then.
you Zelda fans out there, that was from Ocarina of Time. And originally, it had like samples, like dialogue from the video game of the Great Deku Tree that talked in the beginning of the game. But once we got in the studio, we recorded it, and we did it, and it sounded cool when we would play it live. And then once we had it on recordings, it just didn't mesh the way we wanted it to. So going back and kind of like analyzing it, we wanted to change it. Originally, I was going to do soft vocals the whole time. And my friend brought it to my attention. The way it came about is The Great Dictator. If you YouTube it, it's the speech from Charlie Chaplin that he did in a movie in the 30s called The Great Dictator. And it was the final speech in the movie. And it just kind of like captivated. Just like so many emotions that came over like listening to it. And it's crazy because like it was from the 30s and it's still totally relevant today. Like if you listen to it in the words 30 years ago, and it's still something that has like a lot of meaning in today's society and everything that was going on. So it was a last minute change when on the last day of recording went in there and just threw that dialogue in there, and that's what came about.
Now, I haven't asked this for a band yet, and I'm kind of curious. When you take like an insert from or a part of a movie to put in your song, is there any copyright issues that you guys got to go through in order to get
that's
that?
a problem that I never really looked into. But I mean, I'm sure we could probably be sued by MGM if they wanted to. But luckily, we're in a small stage. No one's probably important is ever going to hear it. So I think we can get away from it now. But we do not take credit for any of the dialogue in The Great Dictator. That goes to MGM Studios, copyright, whatever I have to do to keep us out of jail. But yeah, that's their shit.
Out of butt rape prison.
Yeah, my tight butthole over here.
Graphic.
Don't want to fuck that up.
I don't know what to say following that.
So you
yeah,
guys
here we
were
go.
outside, and you guys were telling me you opened for what acts have you guys opened for?
Big acts. The biggest act that we as Anchor the Ocean have opened for, we opened for Under Oath of July of last year. We played in the Rave Eagles Club in Milwaukee, which was just fucking insane. I don't even know. How did we even get that? I don't even...
The Rave sends my house a bunch of free tickets, and they want you to
Just your house?
well, if you go there, if you buy tickets online, they'll send you free tickets and stuff to your house. I've gotten Guar and ETID tickets, just a whole mess
You
of
show up.
everything.
Randomly?
They're colored tickets. They show up. Then
Yeah, there's a
you
2 beer
go,
minimum.
But you got to buy 2 drinks in order to get in.
But each
that's
drink
a deal.
each drink is $8 though.
Well, that's
Every single
still worth
time
it.
But
I
that's
brought this
really
up,
good. That's
Luco,
really
you
good.
never want to drive to Milwaukee.
Well, that's because it's Milwaukee, and
Well,
that's a drive.
we
and I
just
got a
went out there to
full-time
see
job.
Thrice
we were just
2
there,
days
2
ago.
days ago. yeah.
Really?
For the farewell tour for Thrice. Yeah, it was in
And
Fairwell.
Animal-
Farewell, they
No more.
really
They'll be back.
they kind of went downhill. I
They'll
kind
be
of stopped
back, though.
listening to them after.
Oh, don't say that. I just started getting into them, and their new stuff is so beautiful.
Really?
I
I've
mean,
never
don't
been
know,
a
I
big
haven't
Thrice
really-
fan at all, and after seeing
Their
the show,
live-
it
oh
was
my God.
it was just unbelievable.
They were
now I want to be a fan of Thrice.
they lost. Each of their members lost their identity, and when they were playing, they just became this entity that is Thrice. It was amazing.
Jeez,
That
guy.
was, that
real
was
deep.
deep. I'm trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
picture that. But anyway,
So besides Under Oath, any other? Besides Under Oath,
besides Under Oath,
We're supposedly supposed to be opening for the Dillinger Escape
Dillinger.
Plan.
Yes.
when is Dillinger coming in?
awesome.
It's this festival that we're going to be playing. This
June
festival.
23rd. June 23rd at Pickups Bar and Grill in Lansing, Illinois. I don't know what it is about Lansing right
That's
now for us.
Why are all these shows on your birthday, Luco? I'm gonna hate you.
What is it? June
It's
23rd.
Pickups Bar and Grill in Lansing, Illinois. It's called the Collision.
Two
the
World Collision.
World
It's
Collision Festival.
like sort of like a dubstep slash
heavy
And
metal.
heavy-
Dillinger is playing there.
yeah.
Supposedly, as far as we know, they were pulling the funding. I guess
Allegedly, we're opening for them.
Dillinger was like, "Hey, we want $3,000 to play it," and supposedly they have the money lined up, and it's supposed to be booked. But we will be playing. We got the slot right before them, so we will technically
That's
be opening
awesome.
for Dillinger. Yes, which that's
That's
gonna be
really
exciting.
fucking
Who's
awesome.
doing your booking? Because this person's awesome.
Oh, we just know a lot of really great people.
We have really good connections.
Yeah, we don't really like stick to one source. We just really stay local. That's really all it's
Hey
about.
guys, they're gonna be best friends.
And then you guys had another. What was the story of how you actually met Mike?
Oh,
There was
Which
another.
Mike?
Which Mike?
This-
Ike
the way
or
the-
Mike?
Singer
Mike
Mike.
or
Singer
Ike?
Mike. Singer Mike. All right. So
The
this is the alleged murderer.
He was drunk and
The
talking
alleged
to moths.
murderer.
I'm an alleged murderer.
the band that
The
came
first
on,
alleged murderer we've had on the show.
Do I get like a?
You get a
Special
high
something.
five.
Dave, do you have any sound effects for an alleged murderer?
I'm a murderer, motherfucker.
What do you want me to play?
I don't know, Dave. You could have been on this thinking,
Just like a-
alleged
like a
murderer,
horror
that's
clip, like a-
cool. Do you have any
Something
horror
fucked up.
music you can play while
I
you
have-
tell
Play
the
like the
story?
Halloween theme or
Oh,
something.
like the creepy music we use for the ghost story?
No, that's
Dave,
overdone.
This is an alleged murderer,
like
not
a
ooh.
screaming
Ghost.
soundboard.
I killed someone.
How about the music from The Shining?
Okay.
There was music in The Shining.
Okay. Yeah, really. I think it was just like
There wasn't.
Yeah.
There was just like.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something for an alleged murderer. Well, while we wait for that, I mean,
So anyway,
While we wait for that, let's go on to a
If
different
music-
story, and we'll come
yeah.
back to
Yeah,
it
we'll
once
come
Dave
back to
gets
that.
that all set
Is
up.
there
Once we have
anybody
that sound clip.
that you guys
Once we have that sound clip.
really want to open for that has influenced you guys?
Oh man, there's a lot of bands that we would love to open
Well,
for.
individually, who would you want to open for?
What are your influences towards music that you're like, man, this
Let's
is the
just
reason I got
create
it and I
three
wished I.
questions.
I would
all
sort of
in
lay it
one.
out.
I would like to cover like all of ours, like for the members that aren't here too. I know Brian Vargas would love to open up for Thrice and Alexis on Fire
yes.
if they were still touring. Both of those bands
Alexis
aren't
on
touring
Fire is
anymore.
awesome.
Brian is gay for Alexis.
I saw Alexis
That
on
man
Fire
will make love to Dallas
open for
Green.
Anti-Flag like 4 years ago.
That would be
They were
amazing.
badass. Anyway,
And for you two?
We still have Ray.
Oh,
Oh.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray, who cannot
Ray-
be here right now. Due to work.
Ray couldn't be here, and he actually wrote a letter. I don't know. Maybe we'll read it at some point.
Maybe.
We'll think about it. It's,
Oh,
it's
that's
kind
we
of
should
funny.
definitely read that
It's
letter.
kinda You should
when
read
we
that.
go out, that should be what we go out on.
The outro note. I don't honestly know. I know Ray. I think if anything, I mean it's all
Like
bands
Misery
that aren't
Signals?
around. Misery Signals and Confide. Like I know Ray's really big into Confide.
Confide
lately.
is really good.
Watch he listens to this and he's like, I fucking hate both those guys. Why did you
They
guys
didn't do
tell me?"
anything I told him to do. Well, you should have been here.
And for you guys who are here,
Oh man, too many bands. I would
give me 14.
14 bands. No, I don't even like that many bands. I only like 2 bands.
And what are those two bands?
Anchor the Ocean and Tomorrow Has Arrived.
Bam.
Exactly.
So you
Marketing.
need to know.
I don't know. I'm sort of old school. I would really love to open up for Poison Well just because they've opened like an entire door in my world. Like that's the whole reason why I'm into music is because of Poison the Well. And I don't know. Probably the Mars Volta, but that's just like, you know, that's
That
just
would
far
never
out.
happen.
Yeah, we wouldn't mix well
But-
with them.
We'd love to be there, like even local support
Yeah.
on a side stage or something. That would be amazing.
And for you, other Mike?
For
Ike.
the other Mike, I would say, you know, 2 of the biggest bands that have influenced me as far as writing the vocals for this band that I would, you know, feel would mesh with us. Definitely The Word Alive.
I love them. New CD coming out.
Yes, Life
Do you have a
Cycles.
date? Do you have a
Life
date?
Cycles.
I'm thinking June 26th.
June 26th, yes.
It's the
I
same
was
as
gonna
Miss
say,
May
yeah.
I. Awesome day. June
So, yeah.
26th is going to be
The Word
Alive,
Alive, Life
They-
Cycles.
they're
Check it
amazing.
out.
Woo!
But yeah, they kind of influence, you know, like in the EP, you'll notice a lot of like vocal layering as far as screams, like highs, mids, and lows, and I got that from them. And then as far as like lyrically, Every Time I Die. you know,
Yes!
when I write the 2 bands that I listen to consistently when I'm in a writing mode are The Word Alive and Every Time I Die. So those would be just dreams come true. And plus, just to meet them, I mean,
I
just
would
to hang out with Every Time I Die for a day would be just be
Pretty
unfucking
awesome.
real.
I would say Architects and Circus Survive would definitely be up there with bands we would cream to
Yes.
play with.
Yeah, definitely. Architects is becoming a new influence for me, and on Let
They're
It Go.
amazing. They're from the United Kingdom. Everyone should definitely check out Architects
Yes.
UK.
Speaking of Every Time I Die, I saw them live with Under Oath.
Ooh.
And it was like back-to-back awesome. And Every Time I Die, halfway through their set, they're like, all right, everyone start throw up your shoes or something. Everyone just started taking their shoes off. Keep in mind, they're not even the Under Oath closed. But
they still have a whole nother
Yeah.
set to have
Yeah,
shoes
so
for.
everyone just a bunch, seriously, maybe like, I don't know, there was just so many shoes raining on the stage. And like he kept them up there for like 3 or 4 more songs, and then started throwing them back in the crowd. I was like, "Are these kids fucking dumb? There's like a foot of snow outside."
How were you
and,
getting
and right now we're in the fucking. I don't even remember where the fucking show was. It was at like the Riv or something. And I'm like, "What the fuck, man? You're standing in here. I keep. You could still smoke, and I think you still smoking. Drinking. Everyone at the end of shows, the beer cans end up on the floor. It's just a mess of beer and shit. People just walking in their fucking socks and shit. I'm like, these people are
Yeah, Every
stupid.
Time I Die is pretty
Whole
crazy.
lot
But
of
it was
effort, but-
awesome for me. I stood back and I said, "Man, my beer is delicious, and I'm glad I'm not throwing these shoes up. But this is awesome."
Like Keith Buckley, he's just stupidly good. His
He
lyrics
is.
make no sense, and that's why that's why I find him as the biggest like lyrical influence, because like my lyrics make no sense.
Do you
And
listen to him in the Damn Things?
You know what? Not really. I had learned like listened to a couple songs, and my friend tried to get me into them. I'm like, it's not the same. It's not the same.
No, it's
like
not the same. I
Style.
can't believe that's like still him on vocals. It's a little bit different.
It's a very,
it's-
very odd.
I like
combining
it.
of-
It's an odd group of people to make music, but I think the Damn Things are pretty awesome.
Dave, you have that music yet?
Yeah, let's get this music going, Dave.
Yeah, I have music.
Murderer. Let's
All right.
go. The
All right,
Ledge
hold on,
Murderer
hold on.
speaks.
Go, Dave. All right, turn
This
it down
is
a little.
wedding music, dude.
This is a
This is
dead
funeral
wedding,
parlor
yeah.
music.
All right,
It was a dark
Goodbye.
89.
turn it down a little bit, Dave.
It was October 31st of 2010.
Goodbye, Sheila.
We all miss you. So apparently the first time that I had met Mike and our guitarist Brian, I met him without even realizing that I met him. The band that we opened with, Exotic Animal Petting Zoo, they had a Halloween show at their house in their basement at their practice spot. And I mean, it was a wild night. We were all drunk and stuff. And apparently I met these two characters over there.
What
But
were
I-
they dressed as?
They were all dressed as transgendered women.
Good call.
I was a banana.
I played a concert as a banana before.
And then
I
he
just
Also
wanted
good call.
because
he
I was
threw a
walking
chair
around
at
going,
me.
And
I'm
I-
a banana.
And I threw a chair at Morgan.
I was a shy kid just,
An
seeing a
accident.
show. I was dressed up as that.
Nice.
But what happened was I had ended up getting like incredibly drunk. And
What were you, I'm sorry, what were you dressed as?
I was just dressed as like some shy kid at a show. I fit in perfectly.
What is
That's
it?
not a
What's
costume.
a shy
That's just
kid?
you normally.
That is
Can
a
you-
costume.
Wait.
In
Explain
real
a
life, I'm
shy
not
kid.
shy.
Should've just
What does
worn
that
a
even mean?
shy guy costume.
Your shy guy costume was like, hi, here's my penis.
That's awkward, guy.
That's shy guy. Shy guy would show his penis randomly, right? That's what I think of.
That's baby.
Shy
I'm gonna butter
Ronnie.
your
Shy
bread guy.
Ronnie.
Well, on the on the way home, I had ended up throwing up in my friend's car, and we pulled over on this one
Disgusting.
really big street.
You disgust me.
I was disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. I was very disgusting.
Still are.
And I'm throwing up on the side of the road, and this cop comes up to us like out of nowhere, and I was like, I'm fucked. I'm not even 21. I'm going to jail for sure. And this cop sees me. He's like, "Is your friend all right?" Talking to the driver, and he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, you're free to go." And I was like, that is the most amazing thing that has ever happened in my life, because I was totally expecting to go to jail. And the entire reason that I was let go was because all of the cops in this town were looking for our singer,
They were busy
allegedly
looking for me.
accused of hit and run murdering this guy on a bicycle, which
Yeah,
we still
so-
don't know if he did or not.
I didn't.
Well,
do
all
it.
right. Did you do it?
No, I
You
didn't.
can tell us.
The guy confessed.
You're taking
and that's
an
how
oath
I got off
on
the,
the
I
metal
got off the
experience.
hook because the guy confessed. So what had happened was I picked up at the
Where's
party.
the music? This was getting good.
Yeah, we're just getting.
I
to
was
the good
getting
part.
so hot and bothered,
Um,
Dave.
So it's about to escalate.
Sounds like the Undertaker's coming to the stage.
He's gonna do the
Um,
explosions on the ring
Ike
post.
brings
Right.
The rolled
death.
eyelids.
eyes roll back. chokehold. So I picked up at the party. I picked up a hood rat, and I'm not proud of myself.
Heyo.
But so I'm driving
picked
home.
up a hood rat, meaning
Yeah.
prostitute.
Not like a prostitute.
Not
was a
exactly.
slut.
She was drugged.
She was a lady of the night at the party.
Ooh.
She made
What
out.
was she dressed as? What was she dressed as? What was
Marilyn
she-
Monroe.
Woo!
Everyone
So
was
there was
calling
a
her.
problem.
Courtney Cox.
Everyone was making out with her and fucking around with her, and she ended up getting in my car at the end of the night.
Oh, jeez.
So we're driving back to
Wait,
my apartment.
with further intentions or just to
with
get her the
further
f-
intentions.
A car full of disease.
Oh my god.
And the whole drive, I was like, what am I doing? But we got stopped. There was a roadblock on the highway right in front of my apartment at the time. And there was a bunch of ambulances, and the people were out there scraping a body off the ground. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I turned around, took her home, took her back to
I
the
was
party.
thinking the same thing. Taking
Bitch, you need to
shovels.
get the
yeah,
fuck
no,
outta here.
seriously, with shovels scraping a person off
What?
the ground. And I was like, this is insane. Like,
What?
what the hell just happened? So I
Oh
took
my
her
God,
back to the
that's
party.
not funny. That's disgusting.
No, it's awful.
This guy's like gonna spit his beer out.
So I took
Oh
her.
my god, it was so funny. I saw his brains.
He's just like, it's crazy.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, I took a sample home. But I took her back to the party and then went back to my apartment, walked in the door, and passed out right on the ground as soon as I walked in.
Nice.
It was late.
Did you even
This music's
leave
fitting
the
now.
door
Here we go.
closed?
Yeah, I closed the
Yeah.
door.
Okay.
So I fell asleep, and that was at like 5 in the morning. So at 10 in the morning, I hear a bunch of knocking on my door, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on? Who would come here at 10?" Exactly. Can we do knocking effects? There we go. So I go and open the door, and I look in the keep peephole thing, whatever the fuck it is.
It's called a peephole.
It's called a peephole. Okay. And
I call it a rape hole.
and there's cops standing outside my door, and I'm like, oh shit. Well, I had a sweater on and everything, so I opened the door. I'm like hungover as hell, like about to throw up, and cold sweats and all this shit. And they're like, hey, is your name Mike? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, can you pull up your sleeve really quick? And I'm like, which one? They're like, the left one. And so I pulled up my sleeve, and they saw the tattoos. And there's some guy at the bottom of the stairs going, that's the fucking guy, that's the guy. So they take me outside, and there's this car parked behind my apartment, just smashed to bits. And they're like, you're Mike. And they're like, you want to tell us about your car back here? And I was like, that's not my car. And they're like, oh, really? And they started accusing me, put me in the back of the car, and took me to the police station.
Did you wait? Why didn't you show them your car?
I told them. They're like, well, if that's not your car, where's your car? I was like, it's parked out front. They're like, just get in the car.
Why
I'm
don't you be like, I can give you I can grab my
I could
keys
have. Well,
and fucking.
I would have gone into it, but I had expired plates and shit at the time, and I was like, I don't want to. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, so I was choosing between two evils, and I went to jail instead. So they
Guys, I could have paid $100 for expired
I-
plates. I
I
chose
could've-
jail.
So they
Hell
took me
yeah.
in. They took me in, sat me in interrogation. I was in interrogation for 4 hours, and they accused me when I saw the body being scraped off the ground. Apparently, there was a hit and run. A person was drunk running across the street that night and got hit by a car, and the car that had killed the person was the car that was parked behind my apartment building.
Wow.
And the reason that they picked me out was because apparently the car had just been sold to a person named Mike, short, and I had black hair at the time. It was a short kid named Mike with black hair and had a bunch of tattoos and piercings. So they were, and it was parked in our complex. So they went around the apartment complex, and everyone pointed them to my direction, thinking it was me. So they thought that I had killed someone that night. So I sat in interrogation for 4 hours, and then the person finally called in and confessed. But it was wild, and there was this big thing in the papers.
Didn't they
about
run
it.
the plates of the car that was smashed?
Well, they did, but it wasn't. They hadn't
was just purchased.
They hadn't transferred the plates yet, so they tracked it back to some old lady that technically owned those plates, and she was like, "Yeah, I just sold the car to a kid named Mike. Was short. He was short with black hair and tattoos and piercings."
That's my car. Yeah, that was me. I was out driving last night.
So yeah, they
What
took me
about
in
it, coppers?
and accused me of hit and run murder.
Jeez.
It was a wild Halloween.
So we'd like to thank that dead person for forming Anchor the Ocean.
Yeah,
We're really grateful.
You know?
We're the
and that's
Grateful
how we
Dead.
all connected now.
Dude,
they're
you're a
like,
alleged
they're like, you're
murderer?
that guy that
Join
killed
our
that person that
band."
night. Yeah.
Are you gonna write a song about it?
No,
That is what the
absolutely
song
not.
Buried is about.
didn't kill you.
It was an accident.
this other guy named Mike that looked just like me, but it wasn't me.
It was just so weird, and even the
Stop
interrogation.
accusing me.
The interrogation was so bad. They were asking me all these questions. They're like, "Who was in the car with you?" And I was like, "This girl. I don't even know her name." They're like, "What were you wearing?" I was like, "I honestly was
a
just."
banana outfit.
I was like, no, I was in my boxers. I was like, I didn't have clothes on at that point. I was like, I was in my box. It was just, answering their questions honestly.
I was really drunk. I was
so
about
out
to
of
get
place.
laid.
Yeah, and I couldn't, say that I was
like.
like drunk and like driving this.
all right,
fucking girl.
if I were you, I'd have been like, well, look, I was about to get laid, and then I saw this body getting scraped off the ground.
I said,
So
fuck that. Now I'm turned off.
now I'm not
Lost
fucking.
my boner,
now
dropped
I'm not,
the girl off, went home to pass out.
My
am-
boner ran away. I fucking dropped her off.
I saw those flashing lights, and I just went from 6 to midnight. Opposite, reversed.
Well,
I
that,
was like,
that was definitely
I think
one of the most interesting stories we've had so far.
you alleged murderer.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
Is any? I hope no one's listening to this.
I'm
Turn me
sweating.
in.
I'm sweaty after that story. Let's go into Dave. You know what time it is.
Yeah, I know what time it is. It's just taking forever. Okay, there it goes.
Dave, you're taking forever.
Your mom's taking forever, Dave.
Boom.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found.
Only on the Metal Experience.
That's right, mother bitches. This week, thanks, Dave. This week, Given the Day from San Diego, California. I got 2 delicious tracks from them. I want to thank them for sending us their tracks. Pretty badass. Number 1, It's All Good. I got my Apple Jacks. And
That's
number
the name of
2,
the song,
that's the name of the
guys.
song.
Wow.
And number 2, The Eyes of the Deceiving. Check them out.
listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And that was Given the Day from San Diego, California, with the two songs It's All Good, I've Got My Applejacks, and The Eyes of the Deceiving. Check them out. They're pretty badass. Like them on Facebook. Woo woo!
I've never had Apple Jacks. Are they
Very
good?
Applejacks are pretty
How have you
They're
never had
all right.
Apple Jacks?
I'm a very picky eater. You
you're so
try giving
sheltered.
me something and telling me to eat, I probably won't.
So someone should make her eat Apple Jacks while watching the Goonies.
done and
Never
done.
seen the Goonies.
We're
I
back
don't
in the
think I wanna
studio
eat
with
Apple
Anchor the Ocean, and
Hello.
we just read a description off of Urban Dictionary.
Oh, here we go.
.com,
Here it
and
is.
it was about a three-way trailer park bang or some shit. But then I realized I have
I want to know.
from Urban
okay,
Dictionary
wait,
saved on my phone
I want to know why he's showing those girls that definition.
because he's odd. Have you ever seen?
That's
John
how you
Stewart?
turn girls on.
Oh, trailer park three-way. Feels like I'm wet.
Okay,
Anyway,
thanks for that
I have
terrible
a
image.
great explanation for bukkake. If anyone out there doesn't know what a bukkake is, you will after this explanation. Number one, noun, variety of fetish that involves repeated ejaculation on a female by many, in parentheses, 8 will do, men. And then number two, verb, to ejaculate on something, especially repeatedly. And then they give two instances, or whatever. One, I think you have a future in bukkake videos. And two, turn off your stereo or I will bukkake on it.
Bukkake Forest.
Just thought I would throw that out to the listeners. Mom, I hope you're listening because now you know what that is.
Just a Stonehenge of dicks.
What was
just
the thing that
ejaculating
you
everywhere.
explained to me after that band, like a frozen Alaska or something?
oh, the Alaskan pipeline?
Yeah, what is, you
Funny,
want to find
like,
that
That's
one?
a bar.
That's right by us. That's a gay bar right by us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alaskan pipeline.
that's where you shit in a condom, put it in your freezer and freeze it, and use it as a dildo.
That is the best idea I've ever heard in my life.
Alaskan.
Never will I go to Spencer's again.
Alaskan.
I really want to know how
pipeline.
people are trying to get the shit in the condom to begin with.
You know, a lot of dedication, a lot of heart, and a lot of poo-poo.
You would need one other person and then leave it in and then turn it
To
inside
think
out.
that somebody would
with
help
the
you
shit.
do that to give it a name is just disturbing.
You know, this world's so fucked up. So
And it
you
must
know,
have been
people,
invented in
I
Alaska.
wouldn't doubt that someone has definitely tried that.
Oh yeah.
That's disgusting.
Anyway,
If
after
that breaks,
the
that's an
bukkake,
infection.
I don't want to shame myself, but I've done it.
You know, I was going to say, I think Luco's got a new project for over the weekend.
finding just creepy definitions
We won't be together.
and making that a segment.
If
It's a
that
new
happens.
segment,
right?
New segment, creepy definitions.
Fucked up sex shit.
God.
Well, now that we've talked about bukkakes and Alaskan pipelines, we're back in the
I have
studio
this
with
foul
Anchor
taste
the Ocean,
in my mouth
guys.
now.
How do we follow that?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I don't know.
How about
Morgan,
with this awesome letter that Mike and Ike want to read from us?
Oh,
for us.
Can we get the creepy music? So this is since our one guitarist Ray couldn't be here, he wanted us to. He wrote a little letter for us to read on his behalf, and he said it was really heartfelt. He put a lot of time into
nice, Dave.
it. Written on 6/5 of 2012 by Mr. Ray
That's
Stoll.
today. He wrote that,
That was
today.
today, yeah.
He wrote that today.
He was all
That's-
excited.
that's dedication, guys.
So this is what he gave me when I got home from work
So touching.
to read. So
You live together?
yes, I live with the one guitarist. Yes, that's our practice spot.
Oh, you're together?
No, we're not together.
Wait, Mike.
They
gave me
just
the
live
fingers
together.
we just
Why
live
did you
together.
give me the fingers across like they're together?
They're besties.
That was a secret thing.
Whatever, we're close. We're a band. We're a family.
That was not for the air.
Oh.
You're just
Yeah,
jealous.
way to ruin everything,
You're
Morgan.
just jealous because you don't live there. So this is from
Okay.
Mr. Ray Stoll on 6/5/12. He says, "I'm very sad I couldn't be here tonight. Thanks to Mike and Mike for coming out and representing us. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing means more to me than my music and getting it out for people to hear. Now, thanks everyone who has ever came to a show and supported us. Thanks again. Gonna keep this short and sweet.
Hold on. You know what you should do right now? Stand up, drop your pants, and tuck your dick.
Should I do the
That's
thing?
what I'm thinking.
The
with this
mangina.
music.
The mangina.
Would you fuck me?
Which
I would fuck me.
I'd fuck me hard. So thanks
Oh, I know,
again.
I know what we're talking
Gonna
about.
keep this short and sweet. This is for the kids. Stay in school, get good grades, and go to college. This is a hard world to be positive. This is a hard world. Be positive. That's bad punctuation. Love your friends and family and party on !
From Ray, our guitarist,
From Ray the guitarist.
who could not be here with
I'm
us.
not gonna
And-
lie, that's going to go on our poster.
I really hope it does.
I started this actually last week because we had so many bands. Dave, turn this music off, please. I'm very distracted by
I'm very
it.
soft right now, Dave.
Yes.
I thought she was gonna say aroused for some reason. I was just gonna laugh.
Definitely not. I feel like I'm in a gay bar right now.
I gave a few drops.
I preed.
Oh God. No, a lot of. I'm taking a minute, guys. Hold on.
Regroup. Hold on. Can we take another break? Continue.
And we're back with the metal experience. I started this last week. I got poster board because a lot of the bands that sent us stuff, we get stickers and we've had a few letters
CDs
and
and
CDs
merch and different
and
stuff
then
that bands send
Martyred
us.
sent us like coasters. I've never seen it, but
That's
coasters
badass.
with
Coasters?
their coasters.
That's
What-
impressive.
Yeah, it's
We have them in the trunk. I'll give you a couple before you
Oh,
leave.
that would be
You can
amazing.
and
give me
thank you,
stuff.
Martyred, once
Martyred.
again for
Yeah,
sending
thank
that
you,
stuff.
Martyred.
That was awesome.
Beer Guts and Glory for sending us beer
beer
koozies.
koozies.
We got beer koozies.
Another cool thing. We came
That's
into the
hot.
studio and they're like, "Oh, we got some packages for you."
Yeah,
Like, what?
they made limited
What
beer
was a-
koozies too.
yeah.
It was only to the people that were promoting
A
them that they
huge
sent them
box,
to.
and Martyred sent us a whole bunch of.
Oh,
Not
I
kidding,
want
like
one.
pressed CDs.
Yeah, pressed
There's
CDs.
Like 70.
Well,
I'm
we
trying to
fucked
think. The band that just
posters and then the
Exesum. Is that how you pronounce? Whoever sent us CDs yesterday, I cannot pronounce your name,
Oh, great.
but I sound retarded. And then somebody else sent us. Shit.
Someone sent a bag of shit.
Someone sent us an Alaskan pipeline.
I can't remember who just sent us CDs.
Oh, come on, Morgan.
It's okay.
We'll announce it next week. then.
I posted it on our Facebook. As Days Die sent us stuff last week too. But anyway, so people have sent us like letters and stuff that I figured, it's just sitting around and we need more things in our band room, so why not put it up
Fully stocked, my friend.
on a poster board
Last
to be
one.
displayed? So I glued it all up and I put to the metal experience and this everything that people have sent us that we still had because we've given a lot away over the past few months too, but we still have
It's a nice
some
collage.
stuff. It's a nice collage, but I've got, I'm building another one.
So
and
you want this for that?
I do.
You can have that. Then.
Nice.
Nice work with
So
that.
on
And
this
then-
poster
and then
board is all
maybe-
like the
maybe
a
you guys
sticker
wanna
and,
sign it,
Oh,
too.
maybe, yeah, maybe
And I'm
we'll
gonna
throw
I'm
some
gonna
signatures
I'm gonna
on there.
draw an anchor
Oh, okay.
later.
So you don't forget.
I'm gonna draw an anchor.
Don't
or
forget
I
the
have-
ocean.
I do have an anchor patch. I was thinking about. gluing.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
And then maybe write anchor
Thinking
the
about
ocean.
us.
I am. I'm gonna put it on
Just
there.
made your dreams come
and you'll
true.
see it. It's awesome. It just
And we'll seize its forever.
yeah, just being able to see everything that everybody's given us is pretty awesome. So.
And we
thought
want
I'd
to thank
share
all
that.
the bands that send
Yeah.
us stuff. And even though sometimes we may not be able to pronounce your name, we still thoroughly enjoy
I am terrible at speaking, so that's my bad.
all the stuff you send us, and we do thoroughly pass out all
Yeah,
your stuff.
We do. And speaking of which, we do have a big show coming up, and I will announce the full lineup next time, but we have a show. Our first sponsored show with signed bands is happening in Rockford July 8th, and we have a table set up there, so a bunch of people, send us all your shits, because this is a good time to have it passed out at this event. That's all I've got to say. So, yeah, awesome. Oh, and before I forget, because I haven't done this, and it's been 3 weeks, and I've been meaning to.
Oh, yeah.
I've been doing the show for a fucking year now, guys.
Happy 1 year
For a
and
year.
3-week anniversary.
Do you know what
This is
dedication
your 1 year
that is? This is
anniversary.
my,
Ooh, yeah!
my well-deserved
There we go.
You're my
dad.
anniversary.
You're my dad.
Woo!
She's my dad.
You're my papi chulo.
Thank you, Dave. Thank
Goal! I can't do
All
it
right.
for that
It's
long.
Great sustain.
I'd like to dedicate this next Anchor the Ocean song to me. I'm kidding.
That's fine.
No, but we've got one more song off of your EP we'd like to
I
play.
wouldn't dedicate that to you. That means you're gonna die soon.
I probably will.
The song is about death.
I'll
probably
probably
will.
murder you soon, so.
I'll probably.
The song is about the person our singer ran over,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Oh, you did write a song about it. I'd love to
Kinda,
hear it.
Kinda.
And it is called Buried.
Yeah, Barry. So this is the final.
You
track.
should have named it "Scraped Off the Street."
Scraped off by
and
a
then
shovel.
Buried.
Buried.
Just saying. When
So,
you
yeah.
redo the album,
We'll
you can
do
just
that
give
in
it
the
a whole new
deluxe
name.
version. Yeah.
Blood on the asphalt.
And then parentheses,
Buried.
a paragraph worth of.
Buried. Sorry for your
I'd like
loss.
to dedicate this song to the person I saw being scraped
to
off
these
the
fucks
street.
that died.
Sorry, drunk old man crossing Route 30.
Awesome. Well, here it is. It's Buried. Enjoy.
Enjoy soon.
The
listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we're back. Morgan.
What?
Oh, actually,
What? You can't see who's running
we're back
this
with
show.
Anchor the Ocean.
Yeah, you
And
fucked up.
we just heard Buried. Would you like to explain a little bit, or did you already go over that? How
No.
dead?
Dead.
It's about death.
Dead people.
So Buried was actually the first song written by the band well before I had even joined. And I remember the first time I was in the studio or in the practice space when I auditioned and I heard the song, and this song really grabbed me, and I knew like this is going to be the one song that I was going to put the most into, and I figured this would be the single, and I really wanted to make this the masterpiece for us. And the ideas for the vocals and the lyrics came from, I originally had written a song for a good friend of mine that died in high school, Candace Walton. She died in a car crash. So I kind of took the idea, and every time I had a song written specifically for her, but every time I would sing it or try to perform it or do anything, like I would just, choke up and stuff. So it was hard to kind of focus on that. So I changed it up a little bit and kind of more generalized it towards, all the people that we've lost, way before it was their time to go due to tragedies and, all the lives that have been cut short. Kind of just a tribute to, all of us and all of our friends, it just as a remembrance of their life. Just trying to remember the good times and all that jazz. So they had a lot of meeting.
I'm choked up right now.
I'm a little choked up.
My heart goes out to you.
Well, you guys dry your eyes
Can we hug right now?
and sniffle. The other mic can tell fans where to find your merch and your photos and your music, and then
Where
what gigs you
people
have
can
coming
basically
up.
find you.
Pretty much just check out our Facebook. It's facebook.com/Anchor the Ocean. We post all our shows, a bunch of dumb shit and pictures, and pretty much you can buy all our merch over there. We're going to be having shirts and stickers and buttons and all that jazz and whatnot pretty soon. But you can come pick up our CDs at our local shows, and if not, we'll gladly find you on some random street corner with some
Nice.
babies dealing drugs.
Also,
With
check
some
out the
bath
Twitter
salt.
too. We're gonna start using the Twitter just because Facebook started changing their whole promotion policies and paying to promote statuses and shit. So we're gonna be actually migrating to Twitter a lot more. I
That's
feel.
why you copy and paste your posts and post it on other people's walls.
Boom. Served.
Just saying, I probably
Marketing
Do
genius.
you want to
Go
Could we
through-
hire you? Do you charge hourly to market? Or what?
No, but I will tell you what to do. Go to our page, like every single promotion page that I have liked, and keep posting on their walls until they say you've been blocked for 2 days. I hit 60 walls in 10 minutes, and then they're just like, you need to slow down. I'm like, fuck you, I'm going faster.
You ain't first or last.
No, seriously though, check out
wanna
our
go
What does that
fast.
mean?
Use our resources.
Doesn't make any sense.
'cause
Definitely.
That doesn't
definitely
mean you could be
post.
second.
I was
or
high when I
third.
said that.
I don't know. I was high when I said that.
And what shows do you guys have coming up?
So the next one, we've been on break. We took a little break, just family, I had a family death, and we're going through some shit right now, writing and all that. The return show is the June 16th show at JJ Kelly's in Lansing on the 16th.
To be good, you can do back.
Yes, we will be playing Tomorrow Has Arrived, is headlining it. It's going to be an awesome show. And then after that, we have the June 23rd, the Two Worlds Collision Festival, also in Lansing at Pickups Bar and Grill. And then after that, I think the only one we have actually scheduled right now is another July 7th show at JJ Kelly's again that we'll be throwing, and we'll be headlining that one.
Nice.
At the end of the month, we're trying to plan a show with some really good musicians out in Indiana called After the Spire, and also with
Yay!
Yes.
Tomorrow Has Arrived, and our really good friends in Ferrigno. You should definitely check them out.
Ferrigno.
Like Lou
Facebook.com, just like Lou Ferrigno.
Yes.
Ferrigno's
That's
a
funny.
badass.
Just Ferrigno. They're
And
really good. You should definitely check them
I'm
out.
actually rocking my brand new After the Spire shirt right now.
That
I'm
I
pretty
bought
stoked.
I saw that when I
Definitely
first
check
came in,
them
and I
out.
was
They're
like,
really good.
He knows After the Spire.
Yeah, we go out
kinda
with
cool.
Lenny. all the
Indiana
time.
can throw down
We rape,
sometimes.
we rape Lenny
Yeah.
all the time.
Anyways, we're getting off that subject. Dave. Dave.
Dave?
It's time.
Dave.
Dave.
Dad.
Dave.
Dave?
The local, in case
Dave.
anyone didn't hear,
That's the
Dave
local roundup. Dave.
and the local roundup.
So, who wants to spend $100 for a vendor table? Well, you can if you want to.
Well, you definitely can.
Here you go. If you
Here's
have-
your chance.
All right. If you have a business that relates to music or want to sell clothes or radio stuff, instruments, anything
Or Alaskan
that you would
Pipeline.
like, sure.
production kits.
Consider showing what you have to offer at a show that draws 300 plus people at this year's Dame Nation #4, which is happening June 30th at the Abbey in Chicago, and other events. Usually charge more than that, but they're only charging $100 to be a part of it. The deadline.
Get your Alaskan Pipeline production kit business off the ground.
Imagine opening that box.
So the deadline for that is June 23rd, and I think we're going to be able to set up there and promote. All right. Anyways, if you guys are interested in booking some shows, another hole in the wall is booking for events coming up in Steger, Illinois. So you can email Darlene. That's DARLENE at exonlive.com, which is XEON live.com. And they're booking to open for Boba Flex. That is happening on June 22nd. They need 5 bands. They need 2 bands for July 1st with Idols to the Wind and more bands to be announced. They need 2 bands to open July 11th for Drowning Pool. They need 4 bands to open July 29th for As They Sleep, Damien Dedson, and The Burial. They need 3 bands to open July 30th for This Romantic Tragedy Legacy in Alcatraz 1962 and 1 year later. They need 1 band to open August 10th with Slaves on Dope. And they need 2 DJs for August 18th with DJ Stitch of Mushroom Head.
You need a lot of fucking...
I'm on top of my shit.
If you want to play a show, contact Another Hole in the
definitely
Wall.
Another Hole in the Wall needs bands to come out.
It's a great venue to play too.
Orinoco is playing Battle of
Fucking
Bands
Orinoco.
for Mayhem Fest, Battle for Mayhem Fest, June 23rd at Mojo's. They still have tickets available for $10. The winner is going to play Chicago's date of Mayhem Fest, which is July 21st at Tinley Park. And congratulations to Tomorrow Has Arrived. They won the first round
Yes.
of the I Am
Last night, yes.
band.
Yeah!
So round 2. Thanks, Steve. So the winner of it, I think there's 3 rounds. The winner's going to get to play the House of Blues, which is very rare that they actually allow local
Yeah, when you
bands to
told me
play.
House of Blues, I was like, are you sure
Yeah.
you don't mean Metro?
No, they're playing House of Blues if they win. And Pirate already texted me saying they've already fucking got this.
Yeah, they got it.
So Friday,
They got
June
it.
29th is round 2. So keep voting for them. Those guys are badass, and they definitely need your support. And June 29th, if you wanted to go see them, they're going to be at the Elbow Room.
Not
for round
only
2.
badass, but just generally good people.
They're amazing.
I played drums with them on stage, guys. It was awesome.
First off, there were bongos.
They were bongos.
Second
Congas,
off,
actually.
And I
they
did,
were congas.
Okay, they were congas, and I did terrible. So anyway,
You did great.
bands looking for members. Check out the awesome free site.
And there are pictures up on Facebook.
Yes. Check out the awesome free site, The Musicians Audition, which is built for serious musicians to use as a resource to post videos, which they want you to do, is post videos of yourself just practicing or just a bio about the band and what you guys are about, so people will actually take interest in what you guys are doing. So the Musicians Audition is definitely something for that.
You guys are looking for a bassist.
Yeah, we're looking for a bassist.
We're still looking for a bassist.
Still looking for a bassist.
Check out the Musicians Audition. You can use it. Skinwalker just released
We'll
a new
let
song
you
this
guys.
week.
You can use it. We'll let you.
It's free, just for you.
Do I need a signature from you?
I don't
or-
know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll just say high
PayPal.
five.
So
Five.
check out Skinwalker's new song. Mind Shatter is looking for a drummer. You must be able to
Whoa,
record to a
whoa,
click
whoa,
track.
You jumped over that real quick. Ocean Walker?
No, Skinwalker.
Oh, Skinwalker.
Just released
I
a new
said
track.
Ocean
I said it, then you interrupted me, and I said it again. So anyway,
Okay.
so now I'm going to jump back to what you just interrupted so I can repeat it again.
All right, then.
Mind Shatter is looking for a drummer. You must be able to record to a click track and travel for gigs, so you can check them out.
Musicians Audition.
Musicians Audition. There you go. Luco and I are looking for guitarists. We are on Musicians Audition, so don't say it. Yeah. We have an audition tomorrow happening with a guitarist. We've got one Monday for a guitarist. But we really
I'm
need
not
a drummer.
going to lie. We're probably some of the coolest people you ever meet, and we're
And
pretty
you have the
badass.
resources right here if you get in with us. So.
Hey-o! We're kind
There
of
you
a
go.
big deal.
Awesome. Betrayer from Indiana.
Betrayer.
Looking for shows in Chicago. They are
Betrayer's the
awesome.
shit.
So if you want an awesome band to join you, hit up Betrayer.
Definitely hit up.
Strongman
Strongman is also the shit.
is in need of a drummer soon. He's going to be quitting, and they will also be
What?
in need of a new vocalist soon because
What?
Tristan is going to be leaving. So if you want to be a part of Strongman, an epic band from
Strongman
Chicago,
is the shit.
Chris Bob or Austin
Chris Babb.
Ramsey are looking for you to get
Chris
at them.
Bab.
Anyways, another Texas murder scene, obviously from Texas. Are
Obviously
looking for,
from Minnesota.
Okay, are looking for shows in Illinois, so hit them up if you want a Texas band to play. And then Unveiling Chaos looking for guitarists still. All right, there are
Musicians
1, 2,
audition.
3, 4. There are 5 shows going on this weekend, so let's get these over with. Thursday, June 7th.
Do you make it sound like you don't want to do it?
No, I'm just saying. There's
Are
another
you
show
giving
waiting
up?
to get in.
Are you
Are you,
giving
you
up
need
now?
to go somewhere?
I'm not. I'm
That
waiting.
paper's too long.
Apparently, this Midnight Paranormal Radio needs to get in here. So let me do this. Thursday, June 7th at the Hollow Ground Music Venue, which is in LaPorte, Indiana. It starts at 4 p.m. It's all ages, and it's $7. It is a show for someone who is moving to Alabama. Forgot what the guy's name is, but congratulations, you're moving.
Fun in Alabama.
These are the bands that are going to be playing, and it's going to be hard to pronounce some of these, so I apologize. Ray Lazark, Sarah Kunkel. Oh, God.
These are the names of the bands?
These are bands.
Funk hole.
Heavy Hands, Swack, the Stephen Hawkins Wheelchair Experience.
That band is probably
Oh,
awesome.
my God. Lyrically Insane, Crucifixion, Stop, Drop, Rewind, Giraffe Attack,
Nice.
There we go.
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Gets better and better.
Oh, my God.
This show's going to be epic.
And Angel Graves, and they are opening for touring bands Framed in Gold. Oh, no. They are Framed in Gold is headlining, and then they're opening for touring bands Guardians, No Life, Brawls Deep, and From Shadows Wake.
Brawls deep,
Okay.
Are you sure it's not the band Balls Deep?
It says Balls. Okay, so I said Brawls, but it's Balls. Good catch.
Boom.
Friday, we are sponsoring a show at Mike's Love and Music. It's
You need a
21
job?
and up. Yeah.
I do. I'm currently unemployed.
This one doesn't pay.
That's fine.
So our sponsored event is at
I've been really
Mike's Love and Music,
for a
8:30
job that
p.m.
doesn't pay.
$7, 21 and up. We are teaming up for the first time with Voodoo Queen Management, which big things should come from this because they are awesome promoters.
They are.
And we are happy to work with them. We are going
We're
to
stoked.
be Lords of Drunken Pirate who are playing.
Nice.
They are also going to be on our show on
Next
Tuesday.
week. Next
So-
week should be a riot with those guys.
They're probably going to do an epic acoustic song for you.
Nice.
That was
We
a surprise.
drink.
No.
We drink.
It's not going to be We Drink.
How about we drank?
We drink. We drink and we drink. It's usually back
They'll
to back
open with-
live.
we'll-
It's
we
funny.
drink,
Okay,
and then
shut
they'll
up.
close with
Shut
we
up.
drink.
There's another
Okay.
show waiting. Okay.
Go.
So also playing is going to be Sinister Fate, Dark Passenger, and a band from, I want to say, Arkansas. It's going to be Slave to the Day.
Just say Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay, I'm going to give it out an address here because they wanted to. So June 8th also, if you want to hit up a show in the hood and get ice cream and lots of room for pits, go to 2859 West 22nd Plaza. 2859 West 22nd Plaza. And it's Brulio and Jessica from Morgan Le Fay hosting the
Nice.
show. 5 p.m. all ages, $5. And it's going to be Morgan Le Fay, Miles from Exile, Mara, Kill Media, and Savagery. Also,
nice. That's a solid lineup.
Friday at the Exit, 21 and up. It's a free show, 9 p.m. Speed Freak, Bill, you're a dick.
Speed
and
Freak. Let's
Speed
say it with
Freak.
some
I don't
fucking
know what
authority.
I said. And Burning Pyramid, Saturday, 2 shows. At Mike's Love and Music, 21 and up, 9:30 p.m. $5. Taken by the Sun, Ocean Walker, The Blank Standard, and Silence is the Killer. Thank you. And last but not
Ocean
least,
Walker.
Saturday at the Wired
Standard.
Coffee House and Music Venue in Evansville, Indiana, 5:30 p.m. $5 with canned good, $7 without. It's all ages. Empty Lies the Tomb, Forever at Last, Delamore, Despise the Flesh, Preservation, and Bring Forth the Broken. Usually it's like 2 pages worth of shows.
Was that
still
Forever at
insane.
Last, the band from Indiana?
I don't know. Ask them.
I sure will.
Forever the Last. Are you playing a show in Indiana? Is this you? We announced it. I don't know.
Nope.
I just
No, we'll actually
didn't
be
say
sending
anything,
home
so I'm
playing
I'm
guessing
just
no.
the messenger.
They're not answering.
So with that said, guys, thank you so much for being on and saving our butts last minute. It was
Thank
awesome
you.
having
It was
you.
amazing.
Thank you for
Pirate,
having us.
shout
Thank you,
out
Yeah,
Pirate.
thank you to
to,
Pirate for
A day
putting
to
us
remember.
on.
Thank you
Anchor
so
the
much,
Ocean.
Pirate.
Definitely check these guys out at their upcoming shows. And next week, Lords of a Drunken Pirate Crew. So we will be.
Things should get fucking.
It's going to be
Let's
No,
go.
interesting.
things should
Weird.
get rowdy. I got nothing.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was.
I
like-
got nothing. I was trying to do some pirate.
Are you kidding me?
So with that, let's pull up some shit.
Let's do some bloodbath.
No, let's not do blood.
I'm always down for bloodbath.
Anal cunt?
Anything?
Anal cunt? Deftones?
Ooh,
Yeah, Deftones.
Deftones.
Here
What
we go.
song?
Deftones. Let's just do
Beauty
Deftones.
School.
Beauty School.
All right.
Beauty school is fine.
Beauty School.
Good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace and
from
love and
8 to
crabs.
10 this time.
And we will see you next week. We won't see you. We will actually see you.
Can we
though.
say one last thing?
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
We would definitely like to say thank you so much for Pirate and Tomorrow Has Arrived for promoting us, and thank you for being so generous to us. Definitely check them out at facebook.com/Tomorrow Has Arrived, and definitely check out our good friends in Ferrigno, facebook.com/Ferrigno.
And us.
And Tomorrow Has Arrived has been on our show before, so you can check out their archive show.
yes,
Listen to
you can go back and backtrack.
Good guys.
Thank you guys. Love you all.
And we've said we can say this. Fuck.
You guys can say fuck. You want to get it out really quick?
Fuck!
Fuck! Bitch!
Awesome. Good job.